listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Tuesday, August 2022. How the heck are you? Good to see everybody. I'm without Coral again for some, I don't know what happened, but I will be on top of the super chats myself if there are any. So just so you know, in case I miss any, I'll be here. I'll make sure we get them all, if there's any. But welcome. Yeah, we're going to talk about this Hal Puthoff ultra-terrestrial PDF. I don't know what's going on, man. You know, as far as the next Elizondo, you know, you might as well put Corbell in there, right? He's easy to make fun of. Nobody believes him anyway. It's a perfect fit. That's who I would pick. I would pick Corbell because you'd rather have the devil you know than the devil you don't. And we didn't know the devil Lou until it was too late. But it wouldn't have mattered. He would have still read his script, said his lines, performed, and he would have delivered the same message whether we are here or not, whether we agree or disagree, whether we like him or hate him. And I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about ufology Lou. I'm sure normal life Lou's a pretty nice guy. Like me, you know? You wouldn't know it unless you broke bread with me. I gotta break bread with people. It's the only way you know. It's the only way you know. It's the only way to tell. You know? It's the only way. It's the only way. You can't tell. You just can't tell. You can't tell. Anyway. Not until you break bread! Like Gary Nolan. His name's been brought up as well. Should he be the replacement for Lou? No! No. I just watched the first 20 minutes of that interview with Tucker Carlson that Gary was just on. Because I don't have Fox Nation, but somebody sent it to me and I thanked them for that. And I started watching it. That was Mark. Thanks, Mark. I started watching it and he didn't get into this till it was like 2011, 2012. I want somebody who's held a camera in that position. If they're going to be like Lou, I want them to know what the hell it looks like in the sky. I want them to see balloons, birds, drones, ducks, geese, everything in the sky before they become that official person. Lou knew shit too. He didn't know anything. He said he wasn't even here for disclosure. No. He was just here for that closure. Whatever that is. It's a whole big messed up bullshit. We live in a bullshit world, this ufology. It's all bullshit. Then you got Travis Twang Taylor. Yeah, Travis. Now let me tell you something. You know, that's the twang. I know if I saw a UAP above Skywalker Ranch, Skinwalker Ranch. Damn, I almost had that right on the script. Don't say that. Then, god dang, I like me Skinwalker Ranch. Good one. We'll have to edit that one out. Did I do good, guys? Did I read the script? You did, Twang. You did. Don't call me Twang. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. And the Galileo project has their first telescope on the rooftop of Harvard. We'll take a look at their first official telescope and tracking system. Tracking telescope. Yeah. WGAS. WIGAS. Who gives a shh? Roll call, everybody. Rebecca Wiles. Welcome to the show. We're going to get close to the microphone so you know I'm serious. Lavender Rose. Hillfire Studios. Welcome to the show. How you doing, man? I got so much to go through. I got to go quick. Sorry, I wish I could be fun. Can't be fun tonight. Claudia Velez, welcome to the show. Helen Crystal Energy, welcome to the show. Art Vandalay is here, everybody. Seinfeld has entered the building. Oh, no, George Costanza wanted to be Art Vandalay. And you wanted to be my latex salesman. Mark D. Truth Searcher US. Or is it Mark D. Truth Searcher Us? Welcome to the show. There's PCW in the house. Paper Crane Wishes. Amy, Alien Girl. 111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111111Alien Rockstar. Welcome to the show. Carnundrum. Rockstar. What are the odds? That is just so weird that Carnundrum, welcome to the show. Another episode popping up halfway through the show tonight. Thank you for that. I don't know if I should play it, but I'm gonna. I'm committed. I'm committed. It will be after tonight. Who's at the front door? We got to end this. Hey, Dark Sky Files. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Nathan Allen, Nathan Nitsky, Nathan's Hot Dogs. Welcome to the show. Den Bubs. Welcome to the show. The Josh and Artemis Show. Welcome to the show. Andy Cali. Welcome to the show. Jeremiah. Matthew the Great. Welcome to the show. Valiant Stallion.
Hey, yo. How you doing, Valiant? Hey, that's pretty good. You sound like my wife.
What?
She's not a horse. She's like a guinea pig or something.
Shut off. Vitska. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. All right, let's get started. Oh, Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian, rounds out the good days. Welcome to the show. Let's get this thing started. Born to Fly just flew in. Bob Perkins just took a nosedive. What's up? Marie Jose Sproul. Josie's here. Welcome to the show, Tony McClear. Now we can get started.
Hey, yo, Valiant. Let me see we got it.
Huh?
I see in the barn.
Oh, you want to go out behind the barn? Okay, Sly, hold on. You know you got a lot of class. You got a lot of class. What do we talk about first? My God. I've got so much stuff to go over. This is going to be... All right, let's do this real quick. Let's get rid of this poll that I put in. Only 63 votes. Well, wait, we'll let it get to 100. We'll let it... And don't just say none of the above. If you really feel like one of the other people are a possible Lou candidate replacement, honestly pick it. I couldn't think of anybody else to throw up there 5 minutes into the show. I was like, what am I going to do? I even have Bigfoot to talk about. Let's start with that. All right. So the other night, I talked about this supposed skull that was found by Brave Wilderness guys. And it was it looked like a bit, here, I'll show you. And I'm going to play this 30-second clip. But I said, I don't know if it was fake or whether it was real or anything of that. And I played their video and we watched it. And what I did, I stopped with about a minute to go and didn't know that they said this. So let's see what they said about their find. This is kind of interesting, funny. Yeah, I know. I want to get it right. There we go.
That brings us to the end of our Sasquatch episode. Mario, is the skull real? Absolutely not. No.
Damn it! And I said it can't. How did I know?
It is a movie special effect. But if you were to ever find a skull or something that you could not properly identify in the wild, what do?
Well, you're going to have to...
That brings us to the end of our Sasquatch episode. Mario, is the skull real?
That's it. What you're really supposed to do if you find something in the wilderness, you're supposed to leave it there, I guess, and let the real archaeologists sift through it. Didn't you find it weird? I found it weird the way they were treating the skull, too. Like, it was a piece of shit. They just, ripping it out of the ground. I'm like, dude, you gotta be a geologist, archaeologist. I mean, you gotta, brush it off. They didn't do any of that. So I'm thinking, this can't be real. And it wasn't. I can't believe they did that. I don't like it. What was their whole point? To show you what not to do if you come across a skull of Bigfoot. They made a whole 20-minute documentary on this thing. 30 minutes, whatever it was, and a part 2. I don't like that. Talk about clickbait. That tells me they have absolutely nothing else to do. Nothing else than to put a movie prop, bury it, fly a drone over it, look like they're hunting for something, and then they find I'm like, how did he see that was even there? I mean, it looks like, rocks. I mean, he couldn't tell. I knew it was bullshit. Sniffed it out. My God, we're getting good at this. I don't like that they did that. I understand, but they could have made a 5-minute video saying, if you come across a skull, that could have been a live, animal or person, don't touch it, leave it where it is. Let the authorities do that, because you don't know if you're in a crime scene or what. There even looked to be a bullet hole in the back of this thing, because I think there was. And the guy even said it when he went to go look at it. He goes, it looks like a movie prop. It did, and it is. I'm a little upset at that, but lesson learned. And just to show you, that goes to show you the skills that we have here. Sniffing that out. Damn it. Can't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. You just can't. You just can't. They tried to act like it was a real search party for UFO or Bigfoot. I'm so used to saying UFOs. Yeah, we saw right through it. All right. End of that show. That takes care of that. Well, with that being said, there has been, here's a video that was sent to me today from, who was it? Let me pull it up to give them a little bit of thank yous. I believe it was Michelle, MM. I don't know if you want me to say your last name, but Michelle sent it. And I get a lot of stuff, and I use probably a third of it, sometimes more. It's I get a lot of good links from Michelle and Michelle M. This one is called, "This explorer's old camera was just found that shows a lost civilization hidden in the jungle, and it may be Bigfoot." But you'll see in a second here. I couldn't believe it. I was watching this thing and I'm like, wait a minute. I have got to play this on the show tonight. So they went into some jungles looking for whatever, and well, I'll play it for you. And this is why we do this at all. I mean, it's because something new always pops up. And if this is real, I think this is a few years old. This rings a little bit of familiarity to me from a while back, but I don't know. I've seen so much, I can't remember.
Been lost to time. Incredibly, new equipment is giving us the opportunity to look past things like the dense jungles, which up until now have stopped us from exploring certain regions further. In fact, just recently scientists discovered pyramids in the Amazon rainforest.
Unbelievable.
Which revealed to researchers that we still have a lot to learn.
What?
A few days ago, some interesting photographs made their way online.
This is from that camera they found. The lost camera. What a coincidence. Yesterday, I was talking about lost footage, where I got these clips from, and it's supposed to be this lost footage, and then here we are today with more lost footage. But look at that, if that's real. That looks real, I don't know, but if those are tribesmen, that kind of looks like Bigfoot. The conical shaped head, the wide broad nose. It also looks like a freaking costume. There we go. I know, I can't help it. It just does, doesn't it? It's not perfect. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like UFOs. Everything's probably fake. All right.
Allegedly showing an explorer finding a lost civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Although the photographs' origins are not known.
Oh, wow.
With some saying that they're fake.
This is very cool, if this is real. It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like a movie set, you know. I know they didn't do that back then, man, but I'm just saying. I don't know if I'm looking at a model. I don't know if I'm looking at a real structure. I don't know if I'm being duped. Is this an after effect put on something?
To believe the photographs and suggested that it may be proof of a lost civilization. A few dozen photographs were uploaded to social media, going into detail about a man's venture through the jungle. The images in question match those taken from the time of Percy Fawcett, a British explorer who also ventured into the wilderness in the hopes of finding a lost city. The man's camera was said to have only been found recently, and that the incredible images are what was left. They show mysterious creatures along with indigenous people.
Oh, come on. Really? What has he got, a purse? What is he holding, a light? Oh, it's shackles? Oh, they're shackles. Because they're shackles. You got the shackles. I want to go back a few seconds. Seriously? I mean, I don't know, man. It looks fake. It looks real. It looks fake real. I don't know, man. It's weird, isn't it? It's got some sort of real... Does anybody know about this? Fake? It has to be, right, Simon Fly? Hey, good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Right? I think it might be. I think we can't trust it. Because look at this now. This looks like some sort of flying machine. Or it looks like a grasshopper, kind of with the antennas, the head's right there, insectoid-ish. I don't know, man. I don't know. But look at the detail here. If you look to where, I mean, what is this? Is this a vent? A vent that goes inside this? I don't know, man. I keep saying man because I feel like, wow, man, I'm freaking out, man. It's like a trip. He's really walking up there. You know, how come I haven't seen this since? That's what I want to know. How come I haven't seen anyone else talking about this? Not Graham Hancock, none of those guys. And where's the Duke of everything? What's his name? Eric Von Daniken? Eric the Duke Vonnegut?
To have only been found recently, and that the incredible images are what was left. They show mysterious creatures along with indigenous people, which some suggested is proof that the explorers succeeded in what they set out to do. It's not known where the images were taken, but several online users said that some of the carvings that are in the photographs don't resemble anything they know, suggesting that the explorers stumbled across a hidden civilization. One photograph allegedly showed one of the natives. The individual in question has deep-set eyes, a large brow ridge and also hair covering the majority of his body. Those who saw these images said they may be one of the first uncontacted civilizations that's been contacted by modern man.
Gotta look at the eyes, man. This one looks... Why this is so much different than the right one? Something over it? I have to admit, even if this was something that was faked, they did a really good job. I mean, this definitely looks like they live this way. This doesn't look like some sort of mask that was just put on for the camera, not to me. What I don't like is I don't get to see the whole body. I want to see this whole body. I want to see the hairy legs. I want to see the torso. You know, what's here? You see this part here? Is this the nose down here? Why is it way up there? What's down here? Something wrong here. I think this is a hat that is over someone who's got a beard. And this is a mask. That's why the eyes are messed up, because he doesn't look through there. This is him under here. There's the nose. Here's the under the eye. So this is something they wear. I think I figured it out. I think I see a flaw. Yep, flaw. And something's wrong right here, too. I don't like this part. Something about it. I don't know. I think we're being duped. I'm not even going to play it anymore because I can't. But it's got to be fake. But what do I know? I'm just a guy living in Florida. Doesn't look real. Hey, I didn't mention it, but you can help support the show. Cash App, PayPal. I want to thank Nathan for his PayPal contribution today. I see it with the big agouge. Thank you for that, my friend. A continuing supporter of Goof On. And there was, I think, another one. Oh, I don't know when this came through, but it was $4 from Kono Babino for Goof On Lives. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And you could also use the super sticker and the super chat. It's all there. All right, that was the first one for Nathan. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dusty. Nathan Allen, Nathan Itzky, Nathan's Hot Dog. Ah, gush. All over the Nathans, worldwide. Mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of Goof On, good friend of the show. And a very big Star Wars fan. Grazie. Grazie. So this is interesting. Speaking of the, I'm going to get off cryptids. I don't know how I even had this much time for it, but I don't. I'm probably going to go over a little bit. Sorry. But I'm going to try to go fast so I don't go over my 2 hours, which I really shouldn't. I'm pulling up the screen as I'm talking. I'm not wasting time. Here we go. Florida's skunk ape and gator man. Mythical creatures allegedly found in the Everglades. Look at this, huh? You see, you got a half allied crocodile, gator, something, half skunk man. Yeah. Yeah, that looks real. Yeah. They actually have it. It's encased somewhere. They think it's real. Mythical creatures have been in the public consciousness for centuries. Trolls, that we see trolls here. Fairies, we see them here too. And centaurs are universal examples. However, we see those. However, there are also regional examples such as Scotland's Loch Ness and Bigfoot in the Pacific Northwest. Florida has its own unique mythical creatures, and both are supposedly found in the Everglades, the skunk ape and gator man. I didn't even know there was a gator man. Didn't know. Right? Yeah. No one cares. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the picture. I'm not going to get into any stories. That's that. That's how much stuff we got to talk about tonight. Giddy up. Moving right along. I can't do this. I saw this on Twitter. Is lying to Congress a crime? Is it? If you lied to Congress, is it a crime? I replied to that. That came from Area 503 off of David Haith, who said Congress members told of intact craft and body parts, claims George Knapp. George Knapp made these claims, and I'm not sure we can believe them, is what's being said here. Congress members have been told that the legacy programs have intact craft and physical remains of beings, claimed George Knapp. That was when he talked to the Liberation Times journalist, Christopher Sharp, on the Coast to Coast radio show. Yeah, George said, it's clear that somebody's been sharing information with them, and I can tell for sure that there are people who have met with them and have told them not only that there are these legacy programs that have materials, and by materials, I don't mean just, scraps of metal from the ground, but intact craft, remains, physical remains of beings. Those stories have been floating around for a long time, and I know there are a couple of people in particular who know about this stuff, down to the point of the buildings where the stuff is stashed, who are willing to come forward if they are protected. And now this legislation indicates they will be protected as whistleblowers, that their security clearances will not be revoked, and it's pretty exciting. Yeah, George Knapp. He said that. You know who else? Didn't Lou Elizondo say that? I thought Lou Elizondo said, we have craft, or we have these in our arsenal, or something like that. Did he not? I haven't been on top of my Lou. Who would want to be? Lisa Bowden. Bowden? Bowden. I can't believe it. Even before I clicked on your name, I said Bowden, 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 Bowden. Bowden. $5 super chat. I think it's real. National Geographic always had pics like that. They stretch their noses and ears with bones. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not talking about those, but yeah, for sure. They do it with the skulls, the Paracas skull, that type of thing where they make their heads. I'm talking in that photo that I was talking about. That looked like they were wearing a mask, an actual half of a head, because the eyeballs didn't look like they were real. It looked like they were marbles. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't look genuine. So then I started looking. I'm like, wait a minute. The nose usually comes down here, Why is it, why is it here? Why is it on my forehead? Yeah, it just didn't seem right. And it seemed to be there was some sort of like ledge between like my cap. Like you can see there would be a difference. It's the same thing. Anyway, I can pull it back up. You know? Thank you for the $5 super chat, by the way. That is a very good point, too, that they show this stuff on National Geographic all the time, at least when I was growing up. See, right here, I think this is where the mask that this being is wearing, here's the eye right here. I think that's the eye. Right here, his real eye, the nose. He's got a, maybe it's up a little higher. It just, this is different than this. This eye looks real. This one looks fake. So I don't know, man. I could be wrong. Why is it every time I look at these foreigner pictures, I say the word man? I don't know, man. I feel like I'm being whisked away mentally to their culture. Maybe they had the little ayahuasca. Thank you, Lisa. And a mucho gusto, Generoso, a continuing supporter of Goofon. I could be wrong, you know. It's too good to be true. And like Judge Judy always told me, when it's too good to be true, it isn't. Hey, Cash45 became a new member of Goofon. Where is it, though? I don't see your... I see it. Hey, there it is. It didn't scroll. Thank you very much, Cash45. Giddy on up. Thank you. Another happy customer. Yes, I started posting videos. So I'll be posting another one tonight, tomorrow morning-ish. I just got to finish it. Couple of things. I know, it's the theme of the day. Theme of the year. I just got to finish it. Thanks, Cash45, a continuing supporter of Goofon as well. Thank you. I can't believe this, man. I said man again right as I looked at the picture. All right, man. All right, let's get rid of this. We don't need to talk about them stinking. All right, Corbell. Ding dong, Corbell. Did we get 100 votes yet? Hey, we just hit 100 votes. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Who would you want to see? Who should be the next Eligonzo? So as you can see here, hold on. As you can see, number one, well, at 61%, you didn't want any of the aforementioned. Gary Nolan got 5% votes. Travis Twang Taylor, 15%. And Jeremy Lockheed Martin Corbell, 18%. And the rest, none of those guys at 61%. I do agree. That's 100 votes right at that is interesting because I figured Corbell would only get 10%, Travis would get 20%, Nolan would get 8%. I didn't think Corbell would do better out of those three, 18%. But thank God 61% said none of the above. Thank you for being the people I know you are. I know you. I know you better than I think I know you now. Yes, you do believe. You do believe in the right things. 61%. I saw that. Lisa says, quit messing up my name. I'm starting to forget what it is. $5 funny joke. Super chat. Thank you. I didn't mean it. All right. Mucho gusto, Generoso. All right. So, Corbell, let me pull it up. Never mind. If I this, if I that. I'm done with that. Get rid of that. So, Disgusted Molder tweeted today, Jeremy Corbell has a big problem dealing with facts, so he makes them up on his own. He did, didn't he? Jeremy Corbell says, fact! UFOs are again increasingly buzzing our military operations and skies. Is that a fact, or has it ever stopped? First of all, shut off. That is a silly comment. That is gaslighting a situation that isn't real. And then he says, been here before. This moment in history precisely mirrors our past. Stupid. Precisely? It's not even close to precisely. The only thing that's precise between now and then are the lying. Is the lying? But now it takes a special kind of imagination to ignore the UFO reality and presence on planet Earth. Oh my God. I guess he was talking about challenge to science, the UFO enigma. I thought there was more. Oh yeah. The American period. Observations by pilots. In this chapter, it says reports of objects resembling flying saucers made during the latter part of World War II are vague and difficult to analyze. Both sides in the conflict were quite excited about these observations of what they thought were secret devices developed by the other side. They came up with a delightful name for these early saucers: high-altitude, high-velocity balloons. There's an exclamation point there, so I had to say balloons that way. Another name was popular among the pilots, who called them mysterious bodies, Foo Fighters. That's the best. The majority of the accounts that have been preserved from this period were made by the crews of the Allied bomber squadrons. The fact that the so-called balloons were capable of flying in formation against the wind and of passing the best aircraft at any speed worried many people, but the reports created no stir in public opinion. Graver happenings were occurring daily. The accounts were studied exclusively by the intelligence services of the various powers, who were all anxious to get to the bottom of the mystery. The impossibility of identifying the objects as propelled machines of any imaginable sort soon became... Dun dun dun. Next page, Rich. Okay, Tyler. Shut up, I told you don't say that. Sorry, I meant. Evident. COVID. When the investigations conducted at the close of the war established that no flying machines of terrestrial origin were involved, the subject was forgotten, to be taken up again only when the waves developed from 1947 onward. Most sightings of Foo Fighters occurred after 44, although they may have been seen in Sweden as early as 39, particularly in Northern Europe, Japan, and the Mediterranean basin, from Portugal to Turkey. At times they involved isolated bodies, at other times formations. In one case, for instance, a B-24 bomber was said to have been followed by 13 discs. From this period on, precise features began to appear. The phenomenon consisted of the observation of a definite object, of a globular or discoidal shape. When several of these objects appeared together, their evolutions were linked to each other. Fantastic. You could have written that one while you were wood. Huh? Corbell. I don't get it. He's on fire. Today he says, finish this sentence. The UFO mystery makes me curious about... And I wrote, what is it? What did I say? Makes me curious about Elizondo and Jeremy Corbell, as well as their friends, how they get away with lies of supposed evidence and narrative the field has ever witnessed. There should be a way to ban them from causing me stress because of their lies. I'm really sick. Lou's sock accounts and Jeremy's bad juju? Blah. I'm acting like them. I'm fighting fire with fire. I'm going to say it affected me mentally and physically. Maybe I got a lawsuit against all the lies. How do you like it? Turn the table on them. Cancel them. Pricks. It's only, they're not here because they got here. You know, we're here. I'm here because of me, not because of them. Right? Nobody else influenced me. Nobody paid me. These blowhard, grifting, fake assholes got here because they were paid to be here or coerced to be here because they're so freaking stupid, Corbell. You don't even know when you're being used. You don't care because you would rather sell your soul to the devil just so people talk about you. There's no passion. They don't give a shit. They don't care. That's why they lie. Don't you see? Most of us are here because we've had experiences, right? My God. Like real experiences, not bullshit. Not faking them or using somebody else's footage. Hey, here's an example of what I saw. Idiots. That's why I get so angry with this whole Lou, Nap. Nap is helping Corbell. Corbell was already milling around as a shitty director making movies at Skinwalker and Bob. But he's no ufologist. He's not a researcher. He's a movie maker. And he only learns about the things he needs to learn about to make his movies. He doesn't give a shit about any of us, any of you, me, anything. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about your experiences. Don't think you're going to go meet Lou and Corbell and be like, oh, I've had these experiences too. I've seen UFOs too. Have you? Oh, you haven't. Oh, I thought you... Oh, you're only here to make... Oh, for the movie? Your book? Oh. Did you really work at ATIP? A lot of hypocrisy with that story. Jeremy, how did you get all these interviews and all these videos? Oh, Nap. That's right. Not because you're you. Not because you're a researcher or anything. No. Because Nap spoon-fed you. That's why there's no emotions in the eyes. They're like looking at sharks. Right? Remember Jaws? With them dead eyes. Doll's eyes. When I see Lou talking, that's what I see. A shark's eye. A predator. It's pretty hard stuff to say, but that's what he is. He doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit. And if he gave me a sock account and we had a relationship, he would know that I love you, Lou, but I don't like you in ufology. I have the same conversation with anybody who asks. I don't know Lou to hate him, but I know Lou in ufology and I don't like him. Difference. Big difference. I hate having to keep secrets. I hate it. I feel like someday I'm going to burst. So much shit going on behind the scenes, you have no idea. No idea, but someday you might know. That's the beauty of this business. It always comes out. Always comes out. From the UFO man, Tim. I put a nice little tweet up here today. Does the James Webb photo here that I'm going to show you, does it show a UFO, a mothership over 1,000 miles long? Jesus, this is an Earth-size object, 1,000. Really? That thing's huge. No? 1,000 miles. Oh, 1,000 miles? Yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe. I don't know. It's like 5,000. I don't know. I think that thing's big. Is this time lapse? Is this do we have a satellite going around Jupiter? I don't know what this. That looks like an Oumuamua type thing right there. That looks like, holy shit. You know what that looks like? You know what that is? The nuts and bolts of ufology. We just need to find the bolt or the nut. What do we got? No, we need the nut. Somebody bust a nut for this bolt, please. We need to marry them. That's interesting. That's interesting to me. Do you remember some years ago, 2005, 6? I don't know how old it is, how old it goes back, but they were around Saturn. There were these ships that were supposedly all around the air, like huge motherships. Remember that? And they kind of looked like they were artwork. What was that? And then people were saying the rings of Saturn were not man-made, but they were designed. I don't know about that. Just a lot of weirdness going on with Saturn. Saturn is really strange. That's a good picture right here. I don't know what that is, but it's the star. It's the star lost? Yeah, this is from the James Webb. Taking a photo of Jupiter. Yeah, there's a bunch of good photos that came out. I'm just not ready for that type of show yet. Talk about the photos yet until there's a lot. I don't care if they're old news by then, but interesting. What time is it? Oh, I guess. Oh, wait. I guess it is that time. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. All right, it's time. I'm going to pull this up. It is the Conundrum Report. Now, fair warning, you will be offended. Somebody's going to get offended. Oh, shit, I have to do this the right way. You wouldn't have heard it. Somebody's going to get offended. I was surprised when I saw this. But here we go. Go. This is 1 minute long, eventually. Here we go.
If you're dumb enough to buy a car this weekend, you're gullible enough to go to Uncle Lou's car lot. Unfair deals. Unreliable cars. You can trust them, or you can kiss my ass.
Woohoo!
If you're dumb enough, you'll fall for it, guaranteed. If you find somewhere better, shove it up your ugly ass. That's right, shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your trade, bring your title, bring your wife. We will screw her. That's right, we will screw your wife. Because at Uncle Lou's car lot, you're 6 ways till Sunday. Take a hike to Uncle Lou's car lot, home of the patty throwing challenge. That's right, patty throwing. How does it work? If you could throw crap 20 feet above your head and not land on you, you'll win at no down payment. Don't wait, don't delay, don't mess with us because we'll shut you down. The only place will tell you to piss off, so hurry up, dumbass. Because at Uncle Lou's car lot, he has some of the best car harness, guaranteed.
I hope you understand the double entendres. Got it? All right. The Conundrum on TikTok and Twitter. You got talent. That's where you go to find some talent. Alien Addict. I don't know what he's doing. A little bit upset. I'm not used to this from my ufologists. Is Alien Addict a ufologist? I don't know. but he won't masturbate in zero gravity. He says, I'm never going to space because astronauts should not masturbate in zero gravity, NASA scientist says. Yeah. And no. Sometimes you just can't help it. I'm not even going to read that. All I know is that it's a real thing, that they don't want these people having their DNA flying all over the spacecraft out there at the ISS. Or anywhere. But I tell you what, it brings a new meaning to the word panspermia. I'll be here all night. Oh. That one deserved it. It's been a minute since we had the girls out. Yeah, the other one's over here. She's over there. Let me try this. Watch this. Hold on. I just thought it was a weird article that would even be a thing. But, yeah. You may be... I don't know, man. Wouldn't it... Do you... It make... I wonder if there's any being that's out there that could actually live in space. You know? Like, they don't need any protection. They're space-bearing life forms. But I don't think that's the way space works. I don't think there can be. That they would be enormous, I would imagine, because space is enormous. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know, man. Everything that's not on a planet, anything that's out there that's alive, will not be in space. Nothing can survive in space. And nobody's going to hear you scream either. Let's get over to Gary Nolan. Gary Nolan's been getting a lot of play. He was just on some show, Tucker Carlson or somebody, I don't know. Some second-rate show. But he was on Tucker Carlson. And it's on being approached by the CIA to study the people who get injured by UFOs. Or, encounter a UFO. The story's really interesting. And then it falls apart. Like, for me, I don't know. He says, at first I thought it was a joke. They were deadly serious about it because they had basically said at that point, people have died. But I want to know why him. And it was asked, Tucker Carlson asked him, why you, Gary? And he said it, and then I forgot what he said. So I think this might be it. I have two clips. Well, now, here we go. I can't see around the microphone. I have to redo my studio. You guys can't hear that? All right, hold on. Let me see if that's true. Carlson asked him, why you now? Hold on. Yep. You're right. Cannot hear it. I wonder what happened. So let's try it again. Share system audio. Chrome tab. There we go. It should work. Now let's bring this back to live. I'll listen to my own show. Here we go.
And one day the CIA shows up at your office?
And so it was circa 2011 or so when some people from the CIA and an aerospace company came to me to ask me for their help on the analysis of some individuals who had encountered some anomalous objects, they said. And I mean, they came to my office unannounced and then started laying out pictures and data on the table in front of me. And I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought it was.
Wait, so you're a Stanford professor, an immunologist doing medical research and building companies, and all of a sudden one day the CIA shows up at your office?
Because they had asked around and said, okay, we have these people who've been injured. And one of the things that they wanted to do in a complete medical workup of these individuals was to look at the blood. It's a natural thing to do. If you're looking for an inflammation, the blood is one of the places you might look to get a sort of a more complete list of everything that's going on in the body. And so that's when somebody said, well, if you want to do this, do it properly, you got to go talk to this guy Nolan at Stanford, because he has the world's best instrument that he's developed for doing it.
Okay. That's why he was chosen right there. Because apparently he's got the best instrument anywhere to study this. What's the instrument? Radiation? I don't understand why him.
And that's what started it.
So what was your view of UFOs, UAPs at the time?
You know, I was kind of a science fiction fan, and I was interested in it as any mainstream individual might have been. But it wasn't something that I had any kind of focus on in my life.
So you had no deep knowledge of the topic?
No deep knowledge.
Were you surprised that
Okay. And that's obvious. We mentioned that before. That's an obvious one. He doesn't care. He says, he'll probably say it in this clip, that he doesn't want to know anything about the story, just the patient. He doesn't want to be swayed by anything. I like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so on the fence about this guy.
the U.S. government agency was doing this kind of work? I mean, presumably the question was settled for them. They didn't wonder if UFOs were real. They knew at that point, right?
Right. No, of course. I mean, like I said, at first I thought it was a joke. I mean, I really thought that somebody was about to put me on candid camera.
Do you see what he's doing? He's looking at all of the cameras and all of the people as he's talking. He's like, it seems like he's being very truthful at this point, but he seems a little bit uncomfortable. The way he when he starts answering questions, he does this and he starts looking around. He just did it here. Same thing, watch.
Any kind of focus on in my life.
So you had no deep knowledge of the topic?
No deep knowledge.
Were you surprised that a U.S. government agency was doing this kind of work? I mean, presumably the question was settled for them. They didn't wonder if UFOs were real. They knew at that point, right?
Watch how much he looks around.
No, of course. I mean, like I said, at first I thought it was a joke. I mean, I really thought that somebody was about to put me on candid camera and make a joke of it. But as they started showing me the data, and they were deadly serious.
He knows the story so well. He can take his focus away from staring at Tucker, and it's like he's doing an investigation while he's there. It is what he's doing. He's very untrustworthy of Tucker, or Fox, or both.
I mean, I tried to lure them into making a joke about it. They were deadly serious about it because they had basically said at that point, people have died. And then they showed me some brain images of individuals who had been damaged, and internal scarring you can see through MRIs. And, you know, it's data. It's unmistakable. You have to say, okay, well, what did that? I can conjecture or hypothesize about, you know, is it the Russians? Is it UFOs or whatever? But the fact is, there is data that says something is happening.
Wait, what?
MRIs.
It's Russia or UFO?
Data. it's unmistakable. You have to say, okay, well, what did that? I can conjecture or hypothesize about, is it the Russians? Is it?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Death rays? Russia has death rays? Like the Havana syndrome? Is that what he's talking about here? So he could tell the difference between normal man-made radiation sickness. He can tell the difference between that and alien radiation sickness. Is that what he's saying? That's what it sounds like to me. I can tell whether it's Russia or alien or UFO. So that means there's data somewhere backing that up. You can't just say that and not have data backing it up. Listen.
Who had been damaged, and internal scarring you can see through MRIs. And, it's data. It's unmistakable. You have to say, okay, well, what did that? I can conjecture or hypothesize about, is it the Russians? Is it UFOs or whatever? But the fact is, there is data that says something is happening, and so we need to study it.
That's weird. Can anybody tell me what that actually means? So he's differentiating what he knows what Russia radiation looks like, and he knows what UFO radiation sickness looks like. So he knows what Russian radiation sickness look like, whatever that means. I know there's type of radiation burns and illnesses that have different responses. Yeah, I know. But when he said Russia or UFOs, then there's data that backs it up. That's all I'm saying. So you can tell if it's a nuclear weapon of some sort or from a man-made object that's propelling radiation outward. Somebody would get sick from it, compared to a UFO. You walking up to it, touching it, and getting radiation poison sickness, or being in proximity of it, you would get that same illness. So there's got to be data backing that up somewhere. So where did he get the data? Boing. CIA. So they're giving him a lot of shit. He might actually know what a real UFO looks like. Wouldn't you think? They might have given him that kind of inside information so he can do his job. When I see Dr. P. Nolan, I think of Dr. House on the TV show House. You just keep diagnosing and keep trying shit, and then eventually when things work in your favor, that works. Now we got it. I know he died, but at least we figured it out. No, I get it. But it's just a strange comment to hear from somebody for someone like me, to know if it's Russia or UFOs. That's weird. It's a weird comment. Well, here he is again. This is part 2 of that interview that I have here. So let's take a listen and a look-see. I've got the audio ready.
It is real.
Let's move back just one sentence.
Yeah.
So without putting your professional credibility, reputation on the line,
it's as loud as it gets.
You're around people who study this stuff for a living, who are the most knowledgeable people on this topic in the world.
Yes.
What is their general sense of what this might be?
That this is not from Earth.
Right. That it's not from Earth.
Oh!
These are aliens.
Right.
Essentially.
And, until I see a piece of technology that does something I don't understand, or until I see an alien body, I'm going to also remain skeptical.
Of course, as you should.
But it is real.
That was a coincidence I had that clip. So he just said that he's never seen one, a UFO or an alien. He just said it. Yeah, that's what he just said, right? Listen.
Piece of technology that does something I don't understand, or until I see an alien body, I'm going to also remain skeptical.
Of course, as you should.
But it is real.
He's going to remain skeptical. But I only listened to about 18 minutes of that interview he had with Tucker. So, you know, I've seen him make comments before that just seemed really wrong. You know, just saying something to say something, I think. I don't know. But here we are, now 11 years later. He's been around 11 years in the UFO division of the CIA, I guess, right? You think he's seen more than 100 cases? Man. Do you know what that means? There's at least 10 times more than that. And nobody's talking. Because they're afraid to. Well, he did get into the Rendlesham Forest. He looked at Peniston, I believe it was, who touched the UFO, 4 to 5 foot triangular shaped UFO that was on the ground. And apparently he did have some illness. According to him, they were denying, the government was denying him health care, to pay for his health care. Well, he wound up getting around that with Gary P. Nolan's help, I think, saying this guy's needs to get help. Submitted the findings to him, and I guess he got his health care going through the government. I don't know. But you couldn't have gotten his records. Peniston's records were top secret. Gee, I wonder why. Oh, yeah, it was nothing. It was just a prank, Rendlesham Forest. It was a prank. Come on, we did it every year at Christmas. Yeah, they call us aliens, you know, and we would make believe we were aliens. Not aliens, but illegals, like crossing the border. Those kind of aliens. But on this night, we made believe we were aliens. What a bullshit story. Hal Puthoff, speaking of bullshit. Hal Puthoff publishes pitiful paper proposing plans to probe ultra-terrestrials. A lot of peas popping. I know. Come to me. Come to me. There you go. I meant, and I forgot, I meant to use the green screen for a little while. And I forgot. Paranormal investigator Hal Puthoff. What? Late of To the Stars Academy? It says late? Later. I think you left the R off. And later of Bob Bigelow's UFO and Afterlife Research Initiatives published a paper on ultra-terrestrials in the Journal of Cosmology, a low-quality paranormal journal designed to ape more prominent scholarly publications like the Journal of Cosmology. This is awful to read. I don't like the way this guy writes. I don't like it. Normally I read, like an 8th grader, but I want to read like a 10th grader. You can't see it either. The article starts with the assumption that there is an alien, an intelligent phenomenon interacting with humanity. Before listing possibilities for what this unknown intelligence may be, it is certainly unknown whether the phenomenon is exclusively extraterrestrial, extradimensional, crypto-terrestrial, demonic, djinn, proto-ancient human time travelers, etc., or some combination of mutation of any or all of these. These possibilities do not reflect an objective evaluation of potential answers. After all, if they did, we would also include glitches in the code of a computer-based simulation, psychic projections from ultra-powerful telepaths, ghosts, etc. Instead, this list represents primarily the range of explanations currently favored by ufologists, stemming from a range of options Jacques Bergier and Louis Paulwell laid down the morning of the magicians and tracing ultimately to medieval mythology. Nearly the whole range of potential Puthoff suggestions can be found, for example, in the Akbar al-Zaman, whatever, a medieval Arabic language, compendium of late antique and early medieval legends about otherworldly beings, jinn, antediluvian humans, etc. Jesus H. Christ, did I just say all that? I didn't do too bad. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. Puthoff goes on to complain that several hypotheses, such as ancient astronauts and Atlanteans, are not taken very seriously, before proposing what he sees as a methodology to identify incorrect hypotheses. I won't bore you with the details except to note that his critics show an unduly limited imagination, one shaped by decades of stewing in the UFO conspiracy literature, unleavened by reality. He fails to distinguish, for example, between how people would behave if they had real evidence of aliens or some other creatures, and how they might behave if they merely believed that they did. Thus, for example, his speculation about government conspiracies, if true, would not be actual evidence of aliens, but only for the belief in aliens. Here is his analysis of the ancient astronaut hypotheses. The stranded or colonizing ET gods hypothesis. Telltale signatures might include evidence in myth for high-tech interpretation of claimed devices beyond human capabilities, of the era to manufacture, e.g., nuclear-powered algae production mana machine in biblical times. You know, that's where you could eat the shit, right? The mana thing, it kept making food for some reason. And that was like in biblical times, right? Hard evidence for isolated mountain bases, detectable by satellite signatures, the fast walk. I can't do this. I really just can't do this. That's the problem. I'm bored. I'm bored out of my freaking mind. Oh, God. Anomalous undersea activity, bases detectable by disturbed underwater monitoring systems, covert elite group exercising occult religious influence in society, evidence for buried high-tech artifacts or locales with unusual signal radiation characteristics here or off-planet, etc., etc., etc. Sorry. When Puthoff gets down to brass tacks in examining how to look for ultra-terrestrials, which is to say Atlanteans, Nephilim, or Deros, through what he calls traffic analysis, counting and tracking hypothesized correlates of ultra-terrestrial visitation, such as messages, warning of nuclear danger, he makes an absolutely fundamental error. He does not propose any method of distinguishing between genuine ultra-terrestrial signatures and fakes and mistakes, given that 75 years of UFO investigation has produced no genuine evidence of aliens, but mountains of evidence for fraud and fantasy. This very basic error renders his system useless. The very first step must always be to identify what can be dismissed as false. Otherwise, you are not tracking ultra-terrestrials, nor are you making a heat map of their activity. You are tracking belief in ultra-terrestrials. Wow. And because of this, Puthoff's leap to the next stage, imagining ultra-terrestrials, motives, and their desires, which he seems unable to recognize mirror contemporary political concerns and change with them, is utterly unwarranted, and again, another locus for the researcher's bias to misdirect the investigation into the researcher's own fantasies. Holy shit sack. So Puthoff is exactly the same person as Tom DeShlong. They're all the same. They're all the same. And I believe Eric Von Daniken's the same. Jesus, man. Oh, I used to believe Eric Von Daniken. It's just that it's like, no. The only way Hal Puthoff, any of these people can say any of this is if they're experiencing it. There's no way they should be saying any of this is a truancy, any of this is happening, or any of this will happen. There's no evidence leading to that. Jesus. This is unbelievable. It doesn't matter how old you get. You're still a dick when you're 90 or dead. Didn't Hal Puthoff die? Didn't he kick the bucket recently? How's this out? I think they're pulling a weekend at Bernie's with him. Ugh. So much garbage. He wants us to believe in a fantasy land. Just like look, hey man, I want to believe too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer or the Dickie Downer. Dickie Downer. There's a channel name. I should have been Dickie Downer. No, man. It's just living in reality is what it is. It makes me sad. You can't be 8 years old forever. I mean, you can. You know what I mean? But come on. When you're telling people that this is factual when you have no evidence based on any of it, that does more damage than it does good. That's my opinion, but it seems like it should be a fact. It's just a weird... It's just weird. People are weird. People are weird. Yeah, I see this. Richie, all of science is getting redone. The materialists were full of shit too. Oh, I know. I know, right? Oh my God. We need Riley Martin. Let me pull up a Riley Martin clip for old time's sake. FAP coming down hard with the Riley Martin. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? I should have been using those. Here we go. Let's pull it up. We'll get him from Howard Stern. Here we go. This was his first visit. This is a guy who, if you don't remember Riley Martin, this is a guy who said he had a visitation continuing his whole life. Him and his dog were abducted, I don't know, 50 years ago, who knows when. But he's been in continual contact. And to be honest, I can't remember the story. It's been 10 years, but it's all a fraud. You know, Howard was calling him a fraud, and they got in a fight and all this. This was 1996. Damn.
I'm fine. How I should mention that this gentleman's name is Riley. Take a seat, Riley.
They did prank calls with this guy. They gave him a show.
Riley,
he had a show for a couple years on Sirius. It was really popular because it was so funny. Because he's talking seriously about, you know, I had sex with aliens and, you know, I've learned their language. I taught them how to box and how to play instruments and shut off.
You have a problem walking?
I got a gimp leg.
You do?
Kind of. Yeah.
Really?
Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm just fine.
Oh, my.
You are absolutely
You are absolutely beautiful. Well, it seems like Riley is attracted to Robin. I can see you're smitten.
Right. This is my intentions.
Right.
Is to attempt to save the planet. But my ulterior motive is to get girls also.
Right. People have probably accused you of being crazy, but you're not that crazy, right?
Not that crazy. Right,
Right. Well, Robin is a tough one to get.
You know, Howard really helped him out. He got him teeth. He gave him thousands of dollars, gave him that radio show. But Riley wanted the big bucks. He wanted that contract. And Howard wouldn't give him a contract. He goes, you're week to week. You're show to show. I don't know. I may wake up tomorrow and I don't want you and I don't need you anymore. But there's many people, Howard, who need to hear me speak, who need to learn the ways, to know what I know. Yeah, and it's all bullshit, Howard would say. It would be bullshit to those of lesser intelligence. Oh, they were good. Good conversations.
But certainly...
You know, I can't believe it. He sees the planet is in danger, and he still has time for girls.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? The planet's about to blow up, but everyone wants girls.
Yeah, well, what's a planet without girls?
Do you have trouble getting women?
No, strangely.
Really?
Strangely is true.
Yeah, right. I have no problem.
Now, let's talk about your abduction. 1953 was the first abduction.
How old were you then?
Yes,
7.
You were 7 years old, and you were in your parents' house, I assume.
I saw lights above the river.
Right.
3 nights running. I would wake up in the wee hours of the morning. On the 3rd night, strangely, my brothers who slept in the same room with me, I could not awaken them.
Right.
I went out, me and my dog, to investigate these lights.
Yes.
As we came to a clearing.
No way. You talked to Riley? That's awesome. FAP said, I bought his book. It was horrible. A piss jug. Oh, yeah, because Riley would piss in a jug. Yeah. And the symbol that Riley drew, these symbols, that if you got this symbol, it was just artwork of the most bizarre alien type looking shit. And if you had this, that was your ticket to the mothership when it came. And you could take one friend. You still have that ticket, man. That's worth something. You will get off planet. FAP, saving the world or saving himself? Save yourself. The ship's going anyway. I don't blame you.
Near the river, I saw the ship. I came.
The mothership?
No.
Oh.
Saucer. It was moored to the ground by 3 flexible legs, and it danced like a cork on water.
Now, why do you think they came to you? Did you ever ask the aliens this?
It has something to do. The Biavians.
Oh, that's right. The Biavians. The Biave, as he would say, the Biave were my friends.
The aliens that came to Biavians?
They are Biavians. They rarely abduct people at random. They have a purpose. It would seem that I have a genetic trait that's a holdup from their first mixing.
That's why I can't get abducted. I don't have the right trait. There's something wrong with my trait. And when I talked to this person who was abducted many, many times, this is a long time ago, and they told me the reason you're not going to be abducted, Rich, because you're Italian. Italians were looked at as weaker humans. Workers, but weaker. That's what I was told. That's why I would never be abducted. I believe them.
With the Elohim, with man, about 42,000 years ago in northern Africa.
Now, let me get this story straight.
So you have some alien genes.
You could possibly be alien.
Well, so does millions of other human beings.
I believe you are an alien. What do you think of that?
Millions.
So what you're saying is the Biavians came here and they mated millions of years ago with man.
Not millions of years ago.
Well,
42,000 years ago.
42,000 years ago.
They fell on an island about 100 nautical miles north of what we now call Libya.
I see.
All right. I can't play any more of that clip, but I could play more Riley Martin. That just makes me feel warm and fuzzy for some reason. It really does. It brings back a lot of memories when I first learned about Riley Martin. It was just unbelievable. Oh, here we go. Riley Martin's most outrageous moments. All right, let's see why Riley was such a popular spokesperson for the aliens, shall we? This is unbelievable.
Martin was
Thank
the
you,
best.
FAP.
He had the weirdest evolution on the show. He went from like phone caller.
The guy called me and said he speaks to aliens. So I said, okay, we'll call you back tomorrow morning.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Are you an alien yourself?
I was picked up.
You were abducted. Were you abducted by aliens?
I was visited.
Then I had him on the show.
This gentleman's name is Riley. Take a seat, Riley.
And his look was great. And his whole rap, that voice, Howard, I was captured by aliens when I was a young man. And
now, why do you think they came to you? Did you ever ask the aliens this?
They rarely abduct people at random. They have a purpose. It was seen
Yeah, we
that I
saw
have
that.
a
Let's get to the
genetic
next
trait.
one.
that he was somehow abducted by aliens.
How did Riley court you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing story.
Actually, I pursued him.
Were you a believer in what he had to say about him being taken away by space aliens? A lot of people don't believe,
You believe.
You believe.
Howard, miraculous things happen when you mess with the space cowboys.
Synchronicity.
Everything about him was interesting. His anger with me. He wanted to be paid $1 million for his radio show that he did for us. And then his on-air negotiations with...
It's always about money when they're faking. Riley's so full of shit. His story it's never changed. It's the same. And he's got some really interesting things that he says, which made him unique. But it just goes to show you, when they're lying and faking, they always want that $1 million contract. They need that money. People like myself, who doesn't make $1 million, who's had real experiences, many of you haven't made anything off of what you've done. I never sold my footage to anyone. I gave it away. That's what you do if you're really here to help the community. It's not about the money. By the way, don't forget you can help support Goof On. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, cash. I've got 12 kids to feed. Where are you? Where are you? Oh my God, that is so weird. Yeah, go away. 11 kids to feed. All right, let's play some more.
Riley wrote me this letter about how
I don't
he's
wanna hear
decided that.
The whole life is a vacation.
No, all I'm saying is, Howard, will you comply with my simple request?
No,
That's all I can get out of you?
Yes.
that's it.
I am probably the only one who love you.
What are you saying? Why are you being mean to me? I gave
No,
you
what I'm
something.
saying is that if you love me, let me know, motherfucker.
Everything about him was great. The voice.
This is my intentions is to attempt to save the planet.
The attitude.
My ulterior motive is to get girls also.
Anyway, that's Riley Martin. We should have some Riley quotes. Hey, you did! Red Panda, my other half, my brain. $2 super chat said, we just caught Rich choking his chicken. I wish. Yeah, I wish. Nobody knows me better. Thank you, Red Panda, for the $2 super chat. Mucho gusto, Genitoso. It's been a minute. No. Yeah. Aw. Truthology for ufology. I've got the blue one. I got the yellow one over here. Oh, green one. Green one. Why did I say yellow? I was getting good at choking these chickens and making music. Like, you know. I don't know. I had a song going down. You won't find this kind of talent anywhere, will they? Will they? Don't be scared. Well, they won't find that kind of shit anywhere else, will they? Don't be scared. Say it. Say we're the best. You just saw me choke my chickens half to death. Next up on ufology. Oh, I meant to play this sighting the other day, but it's not a sighting. This is really space debris. Yeah, check it out though. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. If you haven't seen this. Check it out, man. Doesn't that remind you of the third phase of Moon one? Remember that one that we couldn't debunk? Why'd he turn it sideways? I didn't notice that. Chitty chitty bang bang. Turn it back, dude. Well, that was interesting when it first played. Look at that. What's that light blinking? You see what I mean? Why would it? Oh, it's just beautiful. It's pretty good. Here's a UFO that was taken during the eclipse that happened in April. It was April, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't remember seeing this one. I don't know if it's a... check it out. Why can't I get... I'm trying to... I'm seeing something different. Hold on. It's not working. And there was just a walking down the street singing do-a-dee-da-dee-dee, dee-dee, Here we go. There it is. See that? That right there, my friends, is a squiggly dot. This is useless for anybody, anywhere in ufology. The most useless picture I've seen in a long time. And this is why I'm frustrated. That's it. That's the UFO, that little tiny star-like object that's probably behind the moon that you didn't know was there because you were too busy looking at your eyepiece instead of the sky. I don't know. Ugh, grow up. Frickin' Reddit. Of course it's Reddit. All right, this just got out. The Galileo project has finally put their first camera on the roof at Harvard. It says, just got out of the Galileo project annual meeting and saw the first UFO tracking telescope system on the roof of the Harvard Observatory. And if you look closer, you can see both Avi Loeb and Stephen Wolfram in this pic. Oh, yeah? Ah, there they are right there. Yeah, I don't know which one's Wolfie. I think this might be Wolfie or this guy there. Look at that thing. Do you wear it? No, it just sits there. So you sit on it? No. Well, what does this round thing do? Is that a UFO? No. Is that it? Is that the telescope? No. Yes, I don't know. Well, I got to tell you, Rich, I'm not real confident in this plastic-looking thing. Good Lord. Wow. I am feeling super confident with this technology. So this is what's going to look across the universe? Or just here in our atmosphere? Is this just going to look 300 miles around? Is that it? It doesn't tell us anything. I mean, WGAS, man. Who gives a shit? No, that's important stuff. That's important. That is the beginning of the end for the Galileo project. It is. Check this out. You want to see some real orbs or do you want to see dust? What do you think? Dust, orbs, orbs, dust. You'll see. She's going to play the piano. And for some reason, and you can see, and this is a pretty clean looking home here, right? that there wouldn't be any dust anywhere. There goes one. There goes another one. Oh, look at them up there. Did you see that? Look at them all. Do you see them? Oh my goodness. By the way, for anybody thinking those are real orbs, they are not. They are little gnats, and you can see their little wings fluttering past the camera. I don't know why they can't see it, but it's very easy to spot. You'll see. There's another one. They come from this direction. You'll see this one. I mean, you can totally tell. Oh yeah, fluttering wings. Here comes that. Whoop. Do you know why they look that way, boys and girls? Because they're out of focus and they're close to the camera. You see where she's sitting? Looks like kind of near a window. Yeah, there might be some light coming in, but not only light. There might be little tiny larvae that are pounding against that window from the wrong side. That's all. That's why they're in that area. And as soon as you start playing with that piano, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to annoy their little ears. What time is it? Oh, I've got more to talk about. I'm just trying to maintain my emotions for a second. That's all. That's all it is. Space shuttle gets surrounded by UFOs. Remember this? I've got a 1-minute clip that's going to blow your balls off. Girls too. Any balls that you have nearby, they're going to be off. If you got your husband's balls, your boyfriend's balls, your own balls if you're transitioning, you may want to hold on to them during this one. They're going to be blown off. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you. There's a lot of people swimming around out here.
A lot of people?
And we know.
Dude, look at that. Come on. Oh my God. I just cream puffed myself. So did I, Rich. Ew, I was joking. Oh, me too.
Atlantis back with you, Tater Seas.
Tater salad? Is that what he just said? Tater salad?
Atlantis back with you, Tater Seas.
Tater taste. I don't know. I don't know, man. Space balloons, as some of you said. Space balloons? Could be space balloons. I don't like it. I don't like any of this shit. It's all crap. Now it scares me. Because if it's really happening... Oh, thank you. Thank you for the dramaticism. Space. We see many, many different things from the ISS. Things we can't explain that we call people. One time on the STS-80, A mission we will never forget. These balloons were all over the place, I swear to God. If I looked to the left, they were at the left window, right window, front window, front. We were being swarmed. Swarmed, and you can quote me on that. You can quote me on that. We were swarmed by space balloons. I swear to God. Fucking A. It's one of the reasons why I quit being an astronaut. Yeah. Poor guy. You know? It's a pretty shitty world we're living in when they can't tell us the truth about what's going on in the skies above our heads, in orbit. You know? It's scary. Jesus, what is going on? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? No, seriously. I could have sworn I just heard something. Yeah, I think you guys heard it. You didn't hear it? He's coming back. He's coming back. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Don't say anything.
Anybody seen Richie?
Shh, don't say anything.
Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Jesus, he's gonna look at. Don't look. Shit. That was freaking close. That's twice he came by. You didn't hear the first one? No. Madonna mia. Somebody say a prayer. He's gonna come back. One day, we're gonna start this show, and it ain't gonna start. Some of you will be happy about that. Yeah, I don't understand. What just happened? You guys don't hear that? That is weird. All right, let's see. Oh, I got a Cash App that came in by Tony McClear. $12.13. Thank you, man. I didn't hear it come in at all. I don't know. Maybe my ears were clogged. I'm looking right at it. There's no message. That's weird. Thank you very much, man. I tell you, I appreciate it. More than I could tell you. Tony McClear, 1213. Yeah, let me see if that came in. Now it's here. All right. Awesome. Hey, mucho gusto generoso, McClear. So sorry it took me a minute. It says you put that up, 10 minutes ago. Jesus. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What's that? Videos? Yeah, got some videos. Hold on. Wait, where? I didn't see anything new come in for a while. No. Nope, did not see it. No super chat there. I am looking here too, and there is nothing there, so you gotta try again, I guess. Hold on. Yeah, I guess my volume, it's on. All right, we're gonna play a couple of videos here. I know there were some good shows on tonight, from what I saw. Here's an interesting conversation that they were having on Twitter. This comes from Alien Scientist, and he says, "Can someone?" And I'll show you why. I'll show you why this tweet is important. Because to the stars, alien metals and poltergeist update. What? He says, can someone please explain what alien metals have to do with poltergeists? Noisy ghosts, you know what poltergeists are. I was super interested to learn about metallic spin glasses, fermionic metals, and strange metals, but all I got was this lousy dino beaver. No doubt. So I said, you need to watch a few dozen episodes of Ghost Adventures Crew. Stupid, I know. Immature. Immature. What I found interesting, though, is that Hal Puthoff is trying to push along ultra-terrestrials as if they're real. Why would he do that? Why? It makes you wonder if these people had any real experiences. Was there something? Because he never talks about experiencing anything. It's from what evidence he's seen. Is Hal Puthoff as dumb as I think he is and just he doesn't know a hoax when he sees it? Here's something from Chris Spitzer. We often hear people saying, where is the evidence? But if you do not define it, that word can be subjective. Really? I would go as far as saying that evidence could be right before your eyes if you did not define it, and worse, if you don't know how to extract it from the data, the noise. Okay, first of all, the word evidence, I don't think it can be subjective. Unfortunately, it is. Right? Evidence is the ultimate of proof. But some people look at the same evidence and they don't see proof. Like me. I see dust or a bird burn, a bird, a bird, mark, a mark. I do, you know, I see reality. I don't know. It's just weird. Now, if somebody brought a UFO to the table as evidence and it flew around, you know, that's evidence. You bring in an alien and I can look at it and see that it's not a guy in a costume, that's evidence. A blurry photo, a messy looking video, a dot at night, that's bad evidence. It's not evidence. You may call it evidence, but it's not. And I guess that's the subjectiveness of evidence. You see something you think is a UFO, and I see a satellite. As a matter of fact, let me show you how hard it is to fake this on your own. I am going to show you what a drone looks like when it has its light on. I keep forgetting to show you this video that I took of my own drone with its light on, sort of near sunset. I was trying to debunk a video, and it was so hard to do it on my own, I blew it off. But I still have the evidence here, and I want to show it to you. I think you'll be interested to see what comes up. Matter of fact, I think I showed it one time and I never got back to it. Let me get to April, I believe it was. Yep, here we go. April. There was a video out there that I was saying, it's a drone, it's a drone. So around that time at night, I took my drone out and I turned the light on trying to duplicate this sighting. And it was very hard for me to move it and record it the way I needed it to be. You know, I need two people. I need somebody to record it while I move the joystick. So, you'll see. I had problems. I had problems, Johnny. Here it is. If this is it, I'm quitting life. This is it. This is it. This can't be it. I know for sure there's 3 videos. Here's what I'm going to show you. So this is the drone. And just to let everybody know, it is 150 feet above me. So this is what it looks like at 150. And I'm trying to rock it back and forth so you can see how the light shines. Yeah, it's in the other video. This isn't it. It's in the other video. Unbelievable. And why don't I have it? I was just looking at these today. Oh, here it is. I got it. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God I do. It's a minute long. Oh, I got it. All right, you got it? All right, here we go. Here we go. So you can see that's a drone. You can't hear it. But you see, I'm going to try to rock it to make the light disappear and then show up. But at 200 feet pretty much, you can still see it. See, it looks like a drone.
Unidentified flying object.
So you can see it's not that easy to fake a drone as a light. Now, what I'm going to do is do this at night, so we can't see the drone. But this is, the sun just went down pretty much. I'll show it again. But I was just trying to show you guys that what it looks like at certain distances. There's other videos here too. But it's not that bright, the light, but when it's nighttime, you can't see the drone at all. But you can see the rotor blades. You'll see that. So, you know, I keep shouting out drones, drones in a lot of these videos, and I think they still are drones with a much brighter light. See, no matter how much I rocked it back and forth, the light still doesn't look that bright at this time of the day. You can see here, I'm trying to aim it right at me from a distance. It didn't do much. But it was hard for me to record it and move the joystick and see where I'm going. It was tough. But anyway. Just doing a little research out there. Nothing wrong with that. Trying to figure stuff out. Anyway. Yeah, that'll be it for tonight too. I want to thank everybody for hanging out here on Goof On. I think Josh and Artemis are coming up next. So thanks for supporting the show. You can continually support the show through PayPal or Cash App, and or the About button. That's under, is it the About? Why did I say that? Thanks button. Anyway, thank you moderators and super chatters. All the links for this show will be in the description, including the videos I just played. I'll put them in there now. And thank you very much for your support, your help, and newcomers and veterans. Thank you too. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Where? At Goof On Lives. Ah, all right. Go to Goof On Lives tomorrow morning. I got a good show for tomorrow. Surprise, you'll see tomorrow. Thank you very much. Keep an eye open, members, for the new videos that show up on Third Phase UFO Report and your memberships here. I will be posting something tonight or tomorrow morning for sure, so keep an eye open. And don't forget, we are, what are we? Yeah. We're Truthology. Truthology for ufology. It's true. It's true. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.